So as you've already heard from the third comic, I met my fiance online. So since you already, thank you. Since you already know that, we might as well get on to some other embarrassing details of my life. Why not? For one, I used to take genital herpes medication. Not because I had genital herpes, because I didn't, but because what they call potential side effects, I call convenient excuses to get off of work. And for a while it was great. But I had to stop this habit because the side effects just got a little extreme. I could stand missing work because of hallucinations. In fact, some were quite nice. I could stand missing work because of nausea and vomiting. I could even stand to miss work because of diarrhea. But on a box of Valtrex, it actually lists tremors as a potential side effect. Tremors! Yeah, exactly. What the hell kind of side effect is that? And even if I had genital herpes, and again, I do not, how can I justify getting tremors? How do I even explain that to my boss? You know, oh yeah, Mr. Johnston, I'm not going to be able to come into work today. Well, no sir, it's not diarrhea again. Actually, I opened my front door and Kevin Bacon's on my lawn. Go, get off the rocks, get back in the house. And who the hell am I to argue with Kevin Bacon? And the sandworm comes out of nowhere and it's like, you know what, screw it. It is diarrhea again. But then sometimes the side effect's actually better than the intended effect, right? Some of you may know Viagra was initially intended as a heart medication. Right? And then one day, presumably some guy started having a heart attack and he went for his Viagra, and well, long story short, the cops found the most excited corpse they'd ever seen. And pretty quickly we found out exactly where our priorities lay. And now they have this prostate medication it's a prostate cancer medication on the market. Actually, I saw a commercial for it the other day. The commercial ends with, side effects may include swelling and tenderness of the breasts. How's that a side effect? Side effects are usually negative things, right? But don't most people prefer breasts that are swollen and tender over those that are shrunken and tough? I mean, has anyone ever actually beheld a pair of swollen, tender breasts and gone, oh my god, put those away. Oh god, that's disgusting. Oh, I cannot bear the sight of your tender, enlarged breasts. Side effect. That should be the main effect. The whole prostate cancer thing should be the side effect. That commercial should be, hey, buy our product. It enlarges your breasts and makes them more sensitive to the touch. Side effects may include a cure for prostate cancer. That should be the commercial. Switching tracks a little bit here, I want to talk about, briefly if I may, racism. Because I think that, as bad as racism obviously is, just a little bit of racism is actually good for society. Because it helps keep us on our toes. Because you will find racism in some pretty surprising places. Like you might go out and meet this really cool person. And they'll be like, yo, check it out. I am so cool. Words cannot even express how cool I am. But I gotta say, I hate Eskimos. And you're just like, whoa, that was unexpected. I have a personal example. My grandmother. Old people being racist has already been brought up. But my grandmother is probably one of the most racist human beings I know. Oh, I know some pretty racist dogs. But as far as human beings go, she's right up there. She actually refuses to vote for Barack Obama because she's afraid that if he gets elected, knock on wood, that the black people will rise up. How they're going to rise up, or where they're going to rise up to, she's not sure. Black people in the audience, if you've got any ideas, feel free to toss them out. But rise up they will. That's actually pushed me to the opposite end of the spectrum, right? Because now I refuse to vote for John McCain. Because I'm afraid that if he gets elected, the elderly will rise up. And I tell you what, you think black people are angry? The elderly are pissed! Because you haven't been called. Actually, I like Barack Obama a lot. I'm just not entirely sure that he's electable. Why, because he's too black? No. Not even because he's not black enough. But because he's too Hawaiian. I mean, this guy was born and raised in Hawaii, which explains the really nice tan. But I mean, come on, Hawaii, that's like barely even a state. It was actually made a state 10 years before he was born. It's basically like a theme park. Out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, halfway between us and communist China. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's actually as close as you can get to China and still technically be inside the United States. I just don't know if we as a nation are ready for our first half-black, half-Chinese, all-tropical president. I'll leave you on this last note. I actually heard the other day, and this caught me by surprise, that Barack Obama is a junior senator from Illinois. I didn't realize it had like a formal senatorial hierarchy. So I went and looked it up. And it turns out that actually a junior senator is pretty much the same thing as a regular senator. But if he wants beer, he has to have a senior senator buy it for him. All right, you guys, thank you very much.